God has placed us in our vocation on purpose. It doesn't matter if you lead hundreds of people or no one. If you are just starting out or have been working for 50 years. If you are at home with kids or in an office. God has given each of us influence with those around us. The heart of the question he asks in Matthew 22 is simply, whose kingdom are you building in your vocation? God's kingdom or man's?
Well, I would summarize who I am now by simply saying I'm the husband of Liz, the father of 5 kids, and I'm a person who gets to every single day in my life serve in a professional vocational capacity that gets to serve and honor the Lord. And so I've gotten to do that in a couple different paths. Most notably, I got to start the Tim Tebow Foundation with Timmy, and then I went and got to start Chris Tomlin's Foundation with Chris, and then I got to start the Governor's Faith and Community Initiative that had never existed in Florida.
I am Secretary for the Department of Elder Affairs. I'm appointed by Governor DeSantis and serve one of his agencies as the agency head. I'm a Christian, boldly proclaimed. And sometimes that's hard to proclaim, I think, for some people in the work that we do. I am a wife to Jeb and a mother to Kaylor, and a daughter and a sister and a friend and a neighbor, and a servant to the people of Florida. I take the work of being a servant leader very important. So if you look at the hierarchy, there's an organization chart in government, in your state government, and the governor's at the top, but above him is the people of Florida. I like to look at that a lot because it reminds me who I serve and that I am a servant of the people, and that I've been commissioned and called to serve them in a very particular way.
I think one of the things I had to learn early was, what is your calling? Right, this idea that, because people use calling in all kinds of different capacities. So at first I thought my calling is to the Tim Tebow Foundation, or my calling is to Chris Tomlin's Foundation. And then I realized that's not really my calling. That's a vocation that is helping me fulfill my calling. What I believe is my calling is to work to have the capital C Church come together across denominations to see the collective power of what God put in place as God's plan A. That's it. So when you look at everything I do, it's driven by things that help wake up the church to things that are out there to be part of.
At a very young age, I was always wanting to stick up for those that didn't have voices or that I felt didn't have voices, and I always wanted to protect and care for the vulnerable. And that manifested at a very young age for me. And I love it. I love doing it. When we were in disaster recovery and I'm out there in the field with seniors and everything is lost and I have power to do something about something for them that makes any part of their day better, any part of their hope or future feelings about their life better, that I'm empowered to do that and I'm blessed to do that. So it's stuck with me my whole life.
I think the first time you realize he's personal and can be working both for our good and his glory at the same time, it puts you in a place where, number one, you feel small, there's no doubt about that, but secondly, it's just an awe-inspiring moment that the God, the creator of the universe, could be that personal, could care about those little pieces, could allow me to be used in some way that I actually think makes a difference for his kingdom. I mean, I don't think I'll ever get over that, because every single time I think I'm close to getting over that, he shows me something else where he's going to give you this personal treatment of a loving dad. I mean, I don't know that there's many things I could tell you about that I've done that I don't think was God using my platform for the kingdom.